Hello. Hello. This is the 7th day of April, 2026. Hello out there in YouTube and TikTok, Facebook land. I'm Miss Luana Coward, and this is Miss Luana Real Talk. I'm coming to you because as I was going through some of the previous videos, what I have made over a year's time, going on 2 years' time. I mean, I got a lot of footage, and it was just so potent. You know, sometimes you don't look at your work, but I look back and like, wow, you know, it helps me. You know what I mean? And it ain't like I know everything. I only know the feelings I've been through since I lost my 3 sons to violence, since I lost my mother and my father, since I lost my 3 sons, since I lost so many family members, nephews, nieces, near and afar. But anyway, I just want to say right now is, I know we all need each other. You know, together we stand, divided we fall, because you're not out of your mind if you keep on thinking about your loved one. That's a part of your life, especially a child, your child. You know, because we as parents always thought that our children was going to, our children was going to bury us. But for myself and so many other parents, it didn't go that way. Losing a child is a terrible thing. You know, it's just even more terrible to have to learn how to live your everyday thereafter you lose a child. Them not coming in or not hearing them, hey, Mom, this, that's something to get, it's hard to get used to. Any loved one that left, from them not being in your life anymore. That's a hard thing to do. You know, it's just as hard as losing them at first. And as time go on, you know, you feel the emptiness of their loss, the emptiness of your loss, the emptiness of every day of them not being in your life anymore. So I had a TV show for 5 to 6 years called The Relief Talk Show. God had gave me that one day, and that's what I named it. Relief stands for recognizing every lingering inward emotional feeling, folks. So what I'm saying now is that if you lost a loved one, especially a child, to murder, to accident, whatever, that's your child. You know, you birthed that child in the world, or those children in the world. It's a different kick. It's a different kick to lose a child. I have lost my parents. I have lost 3 of my brothers, 3 of my 4 brothers. I have lost nephews, nieces, on and on, you know. So, but I'm grateful to still be here to tell the story, because I know that God took me through each and every one of those losses, and He's still taking me through stuff. And I'm not trying to push God on nobody, but I'm just telling you what happened in my life. You know, now I cry like anybody else. And a lot of people be like, oh, Miss Lou, you're so strong. No. I don't get inspired by that. You know, that don't faze me. But what y'all see are the scars of what I've been through. And, you know, the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, and all that. But the thing about it is, I got through. Now, I could have fell apart right in the midst, but I came out. Each one. With the help of God. I just had a scar. It didn't do me in. It can either make you or break you. That's why, for me, I knew I had to ask God to help me get the strength. Because when it first happened, you're going to think like, oh my God, you can't get through it. And some, you know, everybody's grief is different. Everybody grieve in their own way. But I'm here today to tell you, as long as you're not trying to hurt yourself or hurt someone else, the sky's the limit. You know, you can grieve any way you want. And sometimes grief don't hit you hard. For me, sometimes the more older you get, it can hurt more. Now, my hurt impact is mostly after the original event, is mostly birthdays and death days, and sometimes it's in between. Because you might could see, anything could trigger your grief. But you got to know whatever happened, whatever route it take, I believe God could bring me out. I call it going down in the valley. Now, I'm not here to push you in God or nothing like that, but I'm just saying what happened to me. Now, as far as Miss Luana Real Talk, it is real emotions of what I've been through. It's about a year or something of emotions. I'm going back to previous things, how I felt. I talk about the dreams of my deceased loved ones, the dreams of other deceased loved ones. I thought about the different things, what might occur after the fact of losing a loved one. I've got it all in there, and all I know, I have a lot. And if you're welcome to go and just look over. Now, I don't know everyone who's going to watch this video, but I do know that in that what God gave me to do, I'm quite sure you might find a similarity. So we just got to, iron sharpen iron. So I'm promoting this because we all need each other. Everybody you might want to talk about your loved one. Everybody don't always want to talk about your loved one. I had a relief support but a group also. And that was a safe place for everybody to talk about how they feeling. Because, your feelings are like a roller coaster now. They're up and down, I just want to invite you to go to the YouTube page of Miss Luana Real Talk. You'll see a cover of my book that I wrote called Unexpected Events. And I want to share, that book, I'm moving around, folks. That book took me like 10 years to write. You said 10 years? A lot of people think after the murder of my third son that I just hurried up and wrote something down. No. Let me tell you how God worked on my behalf. When I started writing in 2000 and about the early part of 2002, because I had a lot of feelings and emotions because my firstborn son was murdered Friday for Mother's Day. Then one of my nephews was murdered a couple days before Halloween. And I started writing all how I felt. And then God gave me a mind to write a book, but I start writing. Then after about a year or so, I just put it up on the shelf. I said, I can't write no book. Okay, and then 2005, I was encouraged again after my second son's murder to start trying to write a book. So I began writing a book, and I wrote for about maybe 3 years. I said, I can't write this book because I didn't feel the spirit of completion. So I put it away. But in 2012, after the 16th day of April 2012, I picked up them old notes and I made new ones because my last son I had in this world was also murdered. And I just want to say, grief is something we can't escape from. It's a part of you. Even if it's your parent, your brother, your sister, especially a child. We can't erase that. It's a part of our life. So we have to find a way, get your niche that help you to get through. And for one main thing is I have to ask God to take me through each day. Because grief can arrive at any time of our life. And it don't have to arrive as soon as it happened. But like I said, for me, sometimes it seems older it get, the more potent it becomes. But I just want to say, check out the channel, Miss Luana Real Talk. If you are my friend, check it out. And I hope if you know somebody that lost a child or a loved one, you will also enlighten them. I don't know everything. I'm just sharing what I went through and what I go through and the dreams and everything else. Just maybe, I believe with full heart that if you look at those, you will find a similarity. Because losing a loved one is a terrible thing. But we can get through. Yes.